Okay, so I was talking about the whole empowerment thing. I'm writing my, like, the next blog post is about empowerment and how people think that that's a derogatory word when you're talking about us in the U.S. talking about me as a Mzungu going to work with people in another country that are impoverished, and using the word empowerment means that they didn't have power before and it's bad and this, that, and the other. And I explained how, like, I dropped out. My parents were alcoholics and they died when I was young. I dropped out of school when I was young. And, I joined the military. That empowered me to be able to go on and get a college degree and get training in a good job. And then I had, abuse and things happen to me. But then I had to get with people who helped empower me beyond that. So I know you're about empowerment. I'm about empowerment. Our brand is about empowering women. So I just wanted to hear your thoughts from a Kenya perspective on the word empowerment.
I think from my perspective and the Kenyan perspective, empowerment is it's the right word to use, because it doesn't mean that people didn't have power before. It's just it's like an encouragement, or helping women to know their, their strength. For me, it's like for a woman to know her strength, that she's able to provide for her family. She's able to stand up with dignity and confidence, because most of the women that we work with didn't have confidence. They lacked confidence. So for me, that's what empowerment is. It's not about power. It's not about, you know, uh, being equal with anybody or any, it's just about enabling women, or enabling them to understand, or making them understand that they are able to do things. They are able to stand on their own feet. And
Yeah.
we've seen that all through, since we started. We've had the women say that now they have the confidence. It's just that confidence and the strength and the mindset also, because that's the problem. Like, once your mindset is I can't, then you won't be able to do anything. But once that mindset is changed, then you're able to do so much. They're able to get out of poverty, because that's the biggest challenge here. So it's just that encouragement and just helping them realize, they can. So that's
Yeah. And
Kenya's perspective.
oh my gosh, the I can just see it. Like, the first, you remember the first tea party we had there, and they were
Mm-hmm.
all so quiet and they were just kind of looking
Yeah.
around. And one of them, I said, does anybody want to share anything? And the one, I forget who said it, was like, oh, we've never done anything like this before.
Mm-hmm.
Now we
Yeah.
all get together, and just to see that the way that they carry themselves with confidence,
Mm-hmm.
like somebody
Mm-hmm.
like Gloria, who was a prostitute, who in the other interview said, I can carry, and you've mentioned this before,
Mm-hmm.
I can walk through town and hold my head up high because I'm making the beads, and I'm not
Mm-hmm.
having to earn money this way. I can feed my children, and I have the confidence to know that I'm strong.
Yeah. you know that's the thing. It's like, even if you've gone through so much, because they've gone through so much, even if you've gone through all these hurts, all these breakups, or all this pain, you still can, you're still able to overcome that and be great.
Yeah.
So, and that's what basket and beads is. Even like the making of the beads, just that, and being able to sell. We call them the business ladies. That in itself, it's a statement. It's like, you can, you've gone through all this, but now look at these beautiful beads. When people wear the beads, yeah, I just love that. I'm like, look at that beautiful creation. It's from a broken thing. It's from a broken woman, but she has made this beautiful thing. That's the empowerment.
Yeah.
Instead of them feeling sorry for themselves, or so, empowerment means so much. It's just different perspective, and I feel like people need to see the transformation. Then you'll understand what we mean by empowerment.
Yeah, because, like, especially where they are living in the slum, and the fact that they're Turkana and they're
Mm-hmm.
discriminated against because they're Turkana. I mean, we even faced that
Mm-hmm.
trying to rent a space for them to work. We don't want Turkana.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what? I don't, what?
Mm-hmm.
And so they've been put down where they live, oh, you live in the slum, you're Turkana, you're nothing, you're nobody. And so they've been
Mm-hmm.
told they can't and they're never going to make anything of themselves. But this is an opportunity where they're like, oh, I can make something of myself. And what is it? Selena and Elbit both have had made little kiosks, so they've created
Yeah.
a stream of income.
Yeah.
And
Like,
then, go ahead.
yeah, they have their own kiosk now. They're becoming leaders in the community, in the society. And that's the thing, like, the ladies that we work with, our women, now they are the example in Kipsongo. They are the, people look up to them. Like, look at Dorcas is a leader, in her own community. She's able to speak to other women. She's working with Jambi. She's the one mentoring Jambi now, and that in itself is great, because it means these ladies are going back and they're going to help more women. We are just, it's just the two of us, but now plus these 30 women, we have 30 more leaders who will bring women. It's like lift as you climb. You keep saying that. That's what we are
Yeah,
doing.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
exactly. And
yeah.
in fact, like with Dorcas, so and anybody that's like, oh, look at them, maybe I can do that too, because we only had
Hmm.
5 women in the beginning and now
Yeah.
more than 30. And so that
Yeah.
means there's opportunities for more, which is why I'm pushing so hard here to keep building the business so more people will buy, so I can place more orders and we can give more people opportunity, which the ultimate
Hmm.
goal is to eradicate the poverty in the slums so they can all, take care of their
Yes.
families, send their kids to school, give their kids opportunity. The saving children part doesn't mean, which it's a sign, because I'm a white person, Mzungu, doing that here, with people in Kenya, that I'm like acting like they call it a heropreneur, which I'm not the hero. I'm just somebody God called to facilitate this. So you and I were called together to facilitate the help, and it's working. It is
Hmm.
working. They have confidence
Yeah.
and they are empowered and they are being examples in their community, which ultimately could grow into the whole place being
Yeah.
transformed. It would be wonderful.
Exactly. Exactly. And the other thing is, it's changing generations. Like, now their children are learning from the parents that we can work, we can change the way we live, we can change this. So that's another important thing, because it's like the next generation won't suffer the same way as, their parents, because they're seeing. Today I even talked to Dorcas' daughter, the one who is sick. She's feeling better, and I'm like,
Oh,
she's confident, she's able to speak up, and I'm like, that's just the change. The children are seeing what their parents are doing, and they're following in that footstep. So it's
yeah.
also changing a generation.
Oh, that's just awesome.
Yeah.
Well, and then we do have plans at some point in the future, because two of them have some land to plant on
Mm-hmm.
that, that
Yeah.
and so they can grow some food and maybe sell some and have some for themselves. So, there's
Mm-hmm.
another income that they'll be able to develop. And of course, my bigger vision and dream is to, have land that we can actually have a big farm on and have like
Mm-hmm.
everybody working it. And, so it's because if you can't have your basics of food, and how are you going to survive? So food, being able to grow your own food and get
Yeah.
food is a big deal. So anyway,
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
excited, because the last time I was there and I was just standing back and looking at them, and it's like you can see it. They're carrying that
Mm-hmm.
confidence. They're like, yes, we
Exactly.
are confident. We know we can do it and we can do anything. And they're working together in cooperation and they're supporting
Yeah.
each other, like lifting each other up. And I just
Mm-hmm.
love doing that, and I can't wait to see them again.
Exactly. I'm like, that's the evidence. That's all you need. We don't need that. When we see that, it's like it's working. This, that's proof enough for us, and that keeps us going, because it's like God has used us, and God is still using us to just bring these women together. For me, I tell people it's like my job is just to bring them together, to make sure they can sit in a room, because you know the stories from when we started. 5 women couldn't sit in one room for 1 hour. We had conflicts, we had all this. But now we don't have. All we talk about is, future plans. It's, improving ourselves. So they are at that point where they just want to improve themselves. They're so happy that they just want to be better. So
Yeah.